Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to episode 2 of Battle of the Bands. How is everybody doing? There's so many lovely faces in the chat, or names at least. You know what I mean? Don't at me. Shut up, Julien. They can't hear you. Apex Divine, what's going on? Rami Leb Metal, Ardoc. What? For Derpy Pause, resubscribe for 15 months. She's been putting up with my shit for 15 months. Who else is in? Juke is in the house. Zeltox, Motasam Kebani, love you, man. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. For those that have no idea what's going on, we're doing a Battle of the Bands. Today is episode 2. Episode 1 was last Monday, and it was pretty fucking banger, if I may say so myself. I'm cool. I say things like banger now. I'm gonna mute Julien for a second. So we have a couple of guests, a couple of judges that are going to be listening to some music with me and giving the bands a score out of 5. And you are the 4th judge, so you get to score the band out of 5 too. We tally up the scores. Winning band moves on to the next round, and we just kind of do it that way. They're looking for a bunch of different things like originality, performance, and just general badassness. The winning band gets a bunch of prizes. If you weren't here for the first episode, let me remind you that you get consultation services from Guilty Gorilla Artist Management Group with one of the judges. You get a physical merch match. You get physical merch distribution in Dubai. Yo, Fawaz, what's going on? You get a full Twitch setup, OBS setup, all that stuff, all the consultation you need from Team Unmuted, and we'll hook you up with all these bells and whistles that we do. And one of the coolest things is you get a show in Dubai. We get to book you a show if you win the Battle of the Bands. We get to book you a show in Dubai with Metal East Records. Motsam is in the chat right now. He runs Metal East Records, and we get to do a podcast together on the Unmuted podcast. Where you can talk about all your stuffs, and all the bands that are participating in this battle in season 1 are going to be part of a compilation album that gets put out and distributed, and we celebrate all of the stuff that you guys do. Look at all these people. Zeltox, thank you so much for that resub. How do we have a hype train already? Thank you, you beautiful people. So let me introduce the judges, since you guys are going crazy. It's already a level 3 hype train. Holy fuck, holy. All right, let me introduce the judges, you guys. Our first judge is an artist manager. He's also a Twitch streamer, and he does a bunch of different things, but specifically very special because today is his birthday. So let's introduce Julien Gorilla.
Hi, I'm here. I can't speak that much today because I have the thing where the voice goes. It's Mark's fault. I don't know why, but it is his fault. So there you go. I'm here. I'm back.
It's a great segue into our second guest. Our second guest is not thank you for the clap, and thank you for holy shit, 5 gifted subs. Luca, what's going on? Thank you, you guys. Holy crap. Our second judge is not a fan of your power trip, and he wants you to know that he doesn't appreciate it. You guys, Mark Hunter from Chimera.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I have the same problem Julien does. Voice a little. Yeah. Hey, caller, man. I'm here, brother. Talk to y'all on the Twitch. Excited to be here, man.
First time caller, long time listener, isn't that what you always
Yeah, man. I've just been listening to the channel all day, brother. You guys are heavy. I like what you're doing on this show. And man, it's good to be here and be on it with y'all and doing that thing here on Twitch. Man, I'll tell you what, brother. It's like a dream come true.
It's like a dream come true. I just want to take a second to say, holy fucking shit, you guys. Did you guys crush the level 5 hype train? Now with let me see. Let me just take a second to thank everybody. Luca with a 5 bomb, Derpy with a 5 bomb, Lars with 100 bits, Zeltox with a resub, Fawaz with the resub. Where is it? The 4 Derpy Paws with 200 bits. What are you guys? Yeah, what are you guys doing? What do you guys? Thank you. I genuinely appreciate it. That helps us keep the lights on, literally over here. Squatter, what's going on? And yeah, it keeps the show going. So I appreciate each and every single one of you. Our third guest, you guys. Last week we had Mike Mallion from Monuments on. He couldn't be here with us today, and I got a very good friend of mine and a musician from here in Dubai to jump on. We have Bailouni from Coat of Arms. He's also a music producer, and I have nothing funny to say, but he's wearing a thong. That's what I'm gonna go with.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
But so Bailouni, the other guys had to do this last time. Everybody knows them. Everybody got a glimpse of them. They're both on Twitch. Introduce yourself to the tribe if they don't already know you.
I scream and I produce music, I suppose. That's pretty much my life. That's what I do.
All right, there you go. He screams and he produces music.
The rest can be figured out in a bio somewhere, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Ardok, thank you for the 100 biddies. Hamad, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Man, you guys are insane. Still going on strong, folks. Thank you, Still Shout, for the resub. What's going on today? Appreciate you. He sounds like the guy from that Quicksand band. No, that he does sound like, but he plays in Coat of Arms. So today, for those that Bailouni's camera is off.
No, sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me on this.
No worries. We're gonna be listening to a Saudi Arabian band first, and I wanted to ask the judges here: do you guys know about the Saudi Arabian metal scene, or have you heard of any bands from the Saudi Arabian metal scene? Starting with Julien.
No. No, I have not. It's a new scene for me.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We'll see what they've got.
Mark, I wanted to ask you, because when you guys played in Dubai, I remember us having a conversation about like just how insane you felt when there were people singing along and stuff. It's like, damn, it's such a faraway place. Would having told you like 10, 15 years ago, yo, there's a Saudi Arabian metal scene that's growing right now. Would that even be something that would have been on your radar?
Absolutely not. But also, part of me thinks that music just finds a way. Kind of like life. It finds a way. And
nice reference from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I was hoping somebody would catch that.
Can someone use the clap redeem, please?
It's a dinosaur. Yeah, but no, what's incredible is that music is just powerful like that. And while it would be a little bit shocking, it also wouldn't be in the same sentence, because you're like, yeah, these dudes are going to find a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Bailouni, I know you're invested in the Middle Eastern metal scene in general, like as much as I am. Are there any Saudi Arabian bands that come to mind? Or bands from around the Middle East that are on your radar right now? Bailouni's a
yeah, I guess in terms of the Middle East, there. I mean, you know as much as I do. There's a bunch that come in and out. Some of them are like either starting, or some of them have been around for years and then they dismember and stuff. But I think, anyways, today I know a bunch of bands that have members in different countries, so it's kind of hard to tell which country they're sort of based in. I think we have a band even today that's sort of like partly in one country and the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, it's kind of like GCC bands, but there's a bunch. I've heard of names. There's a bunch of podcasts that I listen to, and I hear some Saudi rock and metal that comes out of there. Some of it's actually really good.
Amazing. I'm excited. Gigi Arabia, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. We had a goal for today to hit 10 subs. You guys have hit 40, so thank you. Genuinely appreciate it.
Awesome.
This is crazy. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you. We finished the level 5 hype train in ridiculous form. So appreciate it. So the first band we're going to be listening to is a one-man band, Dusk from Saudi Arabia. This is someone that's new on my radar, but I'm very excited to play the music and have you guys check it out. And I think Dusk is in the chat. So while we listen to this, if you want to give us any info on your background, that'll be sick. Here we go. All right, you guys.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna switch headphones. I'm gonna get the studio headphones on. I need the full experience.
Let's get the full experience on.
We're gonna get immersed. Not this shit that keeps falling off my head.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's loud.
Lisps. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Purple. Hiya, what's going on? Thank you, guys. First time chatters here. Appreciate you. If you guys haven't already, hit the purple heart, hit the follow button. We do this very often. We talk about the Middle Eastern metal scene very often, and we do things all rock and metal things all the time. So do follow if you haven't already. And look at this chat. You guys are. Can we buy Bailouni a camera? I think we just need to buy him a cable.
I'm totally with you guys. I'm gonna try and find a way that this doesn't. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Bailouni be Mariano. Joke for my chat. Sorry.
It worked. All right, you guys. Here we go. So if you like what you're hearing, type the word mosh in chat. It'll throw you in the pit with someone else. You could also redeem a mosh command from the channel points, and just let us know how you're vibing it. You are the fourth judge. So here we go. This is Dusk with Epiphany. Let me just rewind it real quick. There we go.
Help me.
Start today. It's a good song. It's I'm
Wait, what?
Muted.
Are we mute? Oh, everything's
I'm
muted.
muted.
Wait, I'm speechless.
I'm unmuted.
We're unmuted.
We're unmuted. Are we muted again? Are we unmuted?
No, we're unmuted. Go. Immediate thoughts and reactions.
Okay. Thank you. It's a good song. My voice is shot, so I'm going to keep it shorter than usual, which is rare for me. You guys won't have to hear my voice that long. It's a good song. It's a bit lengthy for me because it had no vocals. I feel like this isn't written for vocals, but if you put vocals on it, it would make it feel shorter at least. Well-placed solos, but it did kind of feel like it was missing a little bit of linkage between the parts. So it didn't flow that well for me, but I think that's something that can be very much improved on with not too much work, just a little bit of writing. Other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So there you go. I hope that was constructive enough, as short as I have to be today.
Yeah, no worries about that. Mark, what were your immediate thoughts and reactions to that?
I thought it was pretty cool that, it's a one-man show. It takes a lot of skill to not only write a song and construct a song, but perform and or write or compose the instruments, however you might be doing it this day and age. So, that takes a lot. The riffs, of course, I kind of like that groove, has a familiar vibe that I might like to go over, but like groove on it. I'm curious, what could be added to it. Julien makes a good point that it does feel like there's something like slightly missing to take it over the edge. I did like the samples and stuff. That's cool. Like children sound creepy, so yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, especially for.
Okay, the background music is super loud for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the background music is so loud.
Did it get louder?
Yeah,
I
very
got it.
much
It got
louder,
way
like it's
louder.
blasting.
Yeah, background music is so.
It didn't change here, but all right, there we go.
Yeah.
Wonder if it changed for the audience.
No, I don't think so. It must be something with the compression that I'm sending you guys. But Bailouni, your immediate thoughts and
creepy, yes.
and reactions to that. He just appeared out of nowhere when it was his turn.
Yeah, to be honest, like I don't think I have much more to add than what both the other guys said. I kind of felt like it was a great song if it was written for a vocalist to do vocals over. But in this day and age with like a lot of the, like, even if it's one-man banjos, like sort of like, Misha with when he started his Bulb project, and just instrumental songs in general these days, or instrumental acts. I kind of feel like the music has to be a lot more, like the guy said, linked, and a lot more progressive, and maybe much more variety in terms of like the riffage and the sections it moves through. But I think that song with vocals on top would be a much better song. So it kind of feels like a song that was built for vocals that didn't have vocals.
Yeah.
Hence why it felt longer, but yeah.
Well, let's start thinking about the score out of 5. And chat, you guys are the 4th judge, so we're gonna put up a poll right now in the chat, asking you what you thought of Dusk Epiphany, and we're voting 1 to 5. So when you get that rolling, oh, there we go. 1 second, I have to do that again. You get to do that as the judges tell us their scores, and wait, let me just make sure this works. Yeah, their scores, and we'll tally up the numbers right there. So let's start with Bailouni. Bailouni, what would you give Dusk Epiphany an out of 5?
I'm gonna go with a 3.
A 3 for you. Halfway, just above halfway.
Yeah, like I kind of feel like 2, sort of like falls below like a half or like a failing grade, and I don't think it was bad enough to be a failing grade. But I suppose like a solid 60, purely because I think if it had vocals, it would be higher. So I think I'm happy with the 3.
Awesome, a 3 from Bailouni. Mark, what would you give it an out of 5? Did someone fall?
That's from my side, guys.
We lost Bailouni.
Bailouni got shot.
I got it. Oh my god.
Go with 2.874.
Oh, I didn't know we could do decimals. That's
We can't. That's why.
No decimals. Damn, brother. Yeah, I'll go with a 3. I think it could, I'm just going to be regurgitating everything I already said, but yeah, just having something else, another extra special layer to it, and that, I listen to a lot of instrumental music, so it's quite enjoyable, and yeah, just keep exploring and adding new layers and finding new things to it for it.
Awesome. And Julien, last but not least, what's your score?
I'm disappointed that we still don't have the decimal system, but since you promised this to us, but no, I'm gonna side with the guys and go for a 3, because I do still think it's quite impressive to have all this skill in your own pocket as a one-man band, and all the critics or the critiques that were mentioned are things that can be worked on. There's nothing game-breaking or nothing desperate here. It's stuff that can be improved on. So I'm going to give it a solid 3.
A solid 3. Awesome. I see in the chat some people asking if there was vocals on one of the tracks. Oh, you do have a track with vocals. Dusk does have a track with vocals. So maybe that's something we could check out. By the way, if you guys want to check out any of the bands that are on the show, !bands will give you a link tree. And if you wanna go annoy these judges, !judges gives you links to all their Twitches and Instagrams. I want to check you out. Thanks, Belfacor. I appreciate you, Belfacor. Especially with the Mark emote there. So the total is 12. Thank you. Yeah, it seems the chat is also going for a 3 there.
Someone counting the maths.
Someone's counting the math. Ardoc's counting the maths for me. Questions for judges. Yeah, let's let me pull that up real quick. We have some questions for judges. You guys keep voting. I'm just gonna run through the questions here, and so we have a question for Bailouni. Bailouni, does wearing a thong help you with the higher pitched vocals, or is it just a matter of comfiness?
It's a matter of comfiness.
I don't like the word comfiness.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen. Yeah, I'm not short on my collection of thongs. I do wear different ones for tracking different songs, so I suppose it does help. Yeah.
So that's a good one. We have another question for Mark. What's your favorite porno genre?
Genre?
Assume that you know them all. Or watch them all.
If it's not the same one I watch, I'm going to be greatly disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it involves sharks, but I don't know. It's something with tentacles, I guess. I don't know.
Tentacles.
Tentacles, maybe, and octopus, and I don't know. You ever see The Lighthouse? That gets pretty.
No albino midgets in there.
Yeah, no, just tentacles, man. Like claspers. Yeah, blowholes.
Holy shit.
Just absolute madness, you guys. So the total, like Ardak let us know, is 12. There we go. Final score is 12, ladies and gentlemen, for Dusk. Let's give him a round of applause. Where's that clap? Thank you for being a part of it. And Dusk is going up against Wazin. Wazin are that band that I was telling you about. Mark still.
These emotes are great with me and the tentacles here. I'm laughing.
You brought this upon yourself, brother.
I'm happy about this.
Yeah, this is all you're doing. It's not ours. Wazin is that band that we were telling you about, half from Bahrain, half from Kuwait. They do a collaboration thing online.
Sorry, just to cut you off. Is the actual band they're in the chat, right?
Some of them are, I believe so. Yeah.
I'm just curious. When is the name Wazin from the translated word in Arabic meaning weight?
Yes. So
Okay.
I had the guys on the podcast, and they did let us know that Wazin is they went for the Arabic word meaning weight because heavy and just sounded cool. So that's Wazin right there. We're gonna be listening to a song called Soul Eclipse by them, and chat, you know what to do as well. The score to beat is 12 right now for Dusk, and we're kicking it off. I want to see as many Mark tentacle emotes as possible.
Oh goodness.
Go subscribe to his channel so you can use his face, and then come back and use and drop it in the chat. Here we go.
Christ. God, I love tentacles.
Doing the
Tell you
crazy.
what, boys.
Let's make sure we're not muted again. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Wazin with Soul Eclipse. Judges, how was that? Let's kick off with Mark.
I really, really enjoyed that. That's been my favorite song we've heard so far out of all the songs. So I so kudos to them. Very good stuff. I would listen to that song again and put it on my Spotify, brother.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I try. You gotta stop me from saying hell yeah, Mark. It's just
Hell yeah, brother. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
it's just not working out. It's just not working out for me. But let's jump to Julien. Julien, what were your immediate thoughts and reactions to that?
I'm gonna fully side with Mark on this one. It's so far this has been my favorite song. Very well done. Excellent work. Just excellent work.
Very cool. Bailouni, I saw you stank facing a couple of times during that. What are your thoughts?
I can't even explain to you how good that song is. If I could give you a full breakdown of how good that song is, but we obviously don't have that much time. But aside from how good some of the vocal performance was, some of the riffage and just how clean and polished, obviously the production and the mixes as well, mega impressive. And I double up on what Mark said. That's something I would add to my Spotify if I haven't already.
Very cool. Very fucking cool.
We all did an audible gasp at that last drum fill too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all like, "Ooh." Wow.
Yeah.
Good shit, dudes.
The chat couldn't hear you guys. You were muted during that part, but you all three of you physically went. And I believe I heard Julien say "oh shit" a couple of times at least.
Yeah, that was a sweet riff too with that whammy pedal and the little scrape. That was a nice little lick there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing. All right, let's jump right into it. What are your scores out of 5? Julien, let's start with you.
This is the first one I've given, maybe even the last one, I don't know yet, but this is definitely a 5 for me.
Definitely a 5 for Julien. Let's also set up the chat. Chat, you guys are the 4th judge, so if you haven't checked out Wazin before, if you have, let us know with the 1 to 5s. That's what we're scaling it. A 4.83 from Mark. There you go. Bailouni, what's your score?
Easy 5.
Easy 5. No ifs, ands, or buts.
If I could give it more, I would.
Hell yeah, that's a great way to look at it. Mark.
She's getting a 5 from me, brother.
She's getting a 5 from you.
You're getting that loosey goosey 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's that 5 from all the judges. A 5 all around. Let's see what the chat thinks, you guys. Let's see what the chat thinks, and then we'll be able to take a tiny little break, answer some questions. I see there's one question if you have any questions for the judges, right under the chat, there's a Ask a Judge a Question. Channel point redeem. If you click that, type in your question, I can read it out to the judges. So Squatter is asking, shout out to Squatter from Bloodstock Festival, which judge do you prefer, Judge Dredd or Judge Judy? Mark,
Judy.
I think that Mark, you got to take this question.
Well, I keep saying it, but nobody's hearing me. But I just keep this entire chat. I just keep saying, hey, I am the law. You know, so I got Judge Dredd right there saying I'm here at the Unmuted show being the judge. I mean, this shouldn't be a question for me.
So Dredd for you. I heard Julien say Judy halfway through.
Of course, no question. I'm much more afraid of Judge Judy than I am of Judge Dredd. So.
I don't know what that says though. I don't know what that means.
I'm scared of short elderly women. That's pretty much it.
All right. I hope that answers your question, Squatter. We have one more. This is for Mark. What got you into Chimera from Megadeth Bunny?
Yeah, well, I can tell you what, it was a long day in 1998, back in August. It was about 74 degrees on a Sunday afternoon. Me and the boys were out cooking on a barbecue. And
On the
I
barbecue.
I just remember, life was different back then. If you remember, back in the 70s, we had milk delivery. You can't get that anymore. And should I keep going with this, or like,
I
I don't know about you guys. I was captivated. I was
what are you gonna pull me off stage, man? Please.
All right. Let's check out what Wazin got from the fourth judge, which is the chat, and it is a 5 from the chat as well. Ooh. A full score for Wazin, you guys. Where's that final score? There we go. Shout out to Wazin. This is the first 20 we've had so far. An absolute full score from everyone. Wait, Mark, how did the episode of Little House on the Prairie end?
And there we were cooking hot dogs on the grill, and I saw my cousin who was in a band that sounds like Pantera.
Pantera.
How did you do that, brother? How did you sound like Pantera? And he kept telling me all it was is about, he drinks a lot of mule semen. And I just,
oh my God.
I don't know where I'm going.
I zoomed in because I just saw the rest of us go. All right, you guys.
Why have I heard this story twice, by the way? This is not the first time I've heard it. That's the worst part.
Well, the worst part is we started with whale semen, then we got to fucking
I know. I really need a better hobby.
Running out of fucking organisms. Yeah.
Well, we haven't got to octopus now.
Oh, chat. This is see, this is why I love doing this. It's just a good fucking time. And massive congratulations to Wazin. You guys move on to the next round. I even did a little.
Can you do that sound again for me, please? Okay.
Here, I got one for him.
Ooh.
There we go.
It's the intro to Mortal Kombat, you guys.
Congratulations, you guys. We're gonna be playing a little bit of King of the Pit. If you guys don't know what that is, you jump into a virtual mosh pit together, and the winner gets 1,000 points in the chat, 1,000 channel points, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes. We're gonna be listening to some Coat of Arms while we do that, so you guys can check out this guy's band. So exclamation point dance in the chat to get that rolling, and let me just set this thing up real quick. Dance. Oh, where did I go? There we go.
Where'd Bailouni go?
Where is Mariano? Where is Mariano? Where is Mariano? He's with a muted show.
With them. All right, where is the mosh?
Me, Julien. Oh no.
Oh God.
Mosh game. All right. Exclamation point dance in the chat.
I fade into a dusk with a fall.
Rock and roll, hoochie coo.
Hoochie coo. That's the first thing they heard. Hoochie coo. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Fawaz from Creative Waste that won that one, and Apex Divine won the first mosh.
Oh shit, it's his birthday today.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Apex Divine.
Yep.
And there's 1,000 points for you in the chat. We use those to do giveaways and all kinds of shenanigans. So Hapic's birthday, there you go, and happy birthday to Julien. Absolutely, yes. So
oh, Julian's birthday! I didn't even hear that part. Is it your birthday today?
No.
No, it's a.
They say that. They say
we
that
just
every
say
day.
that every stream. It's just
Happy
annoying,
birthday,
just to
bro.
annoy him. So we're stepping
tell
out of the
you
Middle
what.
East for a little bit, you guys. We're stepping out of the Middle East. Julien, I know you're accustomed to being here full time, but we're finally going to Europe. We're gonna head to Germany
Never heard of
for Mansfeld. This is a German band. They have a lot of ties to the Middle East, though. Their members are very active in the Unmuted tribe, and they're very active in Julien Gorilla's tribe as well. I don't know where I was going with that. They're very active on all our Twitch streams, and they're very active in the community. They've collaborated a bunch of things, but also they've gotten their album mixed and mastered here in the Middle East and stuff like that. So they're very integrated. They're very integrated here, is the word I was looking for. This is Mansfeld, you guys. We're gonna be checking them out.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're about to get to Mansfeld semen. That's what we're about to get to.
All right. Here for the sniff.
I will. I normally don't prepare anyone for anything when it comes to listening to bands on Battle of the Bands, but I just want to say, prepare yourselves, judges and chat alike. We're going to be listening to something that I can't pronounce, but it will be up on screen. So you want me to try to read it? All right.
I want you to try.
We're going to be listening to Mansfeld's Erster Stritch.
Right, according to Adnan, we're listening to an ostrich. There we go.
An ostrich trick.
What do you say, ostrich?
Ostrich sleeve.
My second favorite next to tentacles.
Yeah. Well, it's the neck, you know.
Erster.
Are you still there? I thought we started.
I just need to go home.
All right, guys. Ostrich stretch. Yeah. Here we go.
Schnäuzelhahn dabei.
Max und Moritz dachten nun, was ist Höhe jetzt wohl zu tun? Ganz geschwinde ein Feind rein, sprechen sie sich potenziell. Wir teilen jedes Stück, wir der alter Finger nimmt. Diese Ring, den sie entfällt, für das Kreuz zerstören jeden. Und wir legen sie genau in den Hof der guten Frau. Kaum hat dies daran gesehen, fängt er auch schon dabei.
And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. Mansfeld, by the way, I completely adnan that. I wrote Manfeld in the title, but it's Mansfeld, but there's an S there. Yeah, and that was the song that I can't pronounce. Immediate thoughts and reactions, Julien.
The guys. I think it's the layering and stuff like this is just super impressive. There's so much going on, but it's all very well. It's weird, but it's all very well done. So I always really enjoy Mansfeld songs.
Mark, what are your thoughts? This is a little different than everything else we've heard so far, to say the least.
No doubt. So this is one of those like cultural differences things, right? This band probably would have a rough time in America opening up for acts. Let's just put it that way. But the flip side to that is they would headline over most American bands in a European festival setting. Like that's just one of those types of sounds that I know that seems to be very popular overseas. Not that there isn't a market for it in the United States, but it's just a cultural thing. It seems to work really well overseas. Musicianship was good. It was just a little too long for my taste.
A little too long.
I thought it was kind of like Return of the King. The ending, and you thought it was over, and then you're like, oh, okay, it's going to go again. And then you're like, nope, still going. All right, that's kind of how I felt about it. A little too long.
Yeah. The cultural differences thing is very interesting. I really like that because it is based on like German comic books and German children's books and stuff like that. So they have a lot of stuff. I know that they integrate into there. Sandy Sen, what's going on? Thank you for that resub. Bailouni, what are your immediate thoughts and reactions?
Yeah, I wasn't. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. So much chicken. Yeah. So. Yeah. To be honest, I really liked it because I really do like things that are different, and I think it's fucking brave of a band anywhere, like Mark's saying, with like cultural differences. I think in general it's just very brave to do something like that, regardless. I think the only thing I would have said was I actually do like a lot of the riffs, and I really like some of the lead guitar and some of the sweeps that were happening were crazy cool sweeps. I just kind of felt like the overall chicken thing was a bit. I think it happened so much in the song that I kind of forgot that it was there, so it wasn't as special to me anymore by the time the song finished, and it being a little bit long. It was probably just my only cons. Apart from that, I really enjoyed it.
Does it add something to you for you in terms of an extra instrument, or is this just a sound bite thing that from a music producer perspective? Is it just a sound bite, or does it add something layering wise for you?
No, there was a bunch of things, even like Julien was saying. There's a bunch of stuff even outside of the chicken sounds that are in there that are really interesting. So it kind of felt like there was a lot of it throughout, rather than it, being a highlight. It didn't feel like it was the highlight of the track after about 30 seconds, because it just kind of felt like it was like a guitar or a drum or a bass. So I would have liked to have maybe just seen it being accentuated more, and let the music come to the forefront, and then the chicken. I know it sounds so funny that I'm using chicken in this way. Yeah,
I'm just imagining the band in the studio right now talking to their producer, mixing like, I don't know, man, that chicken, it needs to be fucking louder, man.
Yeah,
turn it up some
Mix it harder.
Yeah. He was like, It's like the cowbell version. It's the cowbell. I'm feeling there should be more fucking clucks, bro.
Exactly.
More clucks. That's
gotta be their new band bio. Motherfucking metal.
Let's start the poll for the chat. You guys are the fourth judge, not fifth. I'm losing all sense of anything math. You guys are the fourth judge. Vote from 1 to 5 on what we just heard for Mansfeld. Carl is in the chat, the vocalist of Mansfeld. These were actual sentences that were taken part. That's awesome.
So awesome. I want to be there next time you had animals. Trust me, I want to be there.
I know.
Let's everybody say fuck JM in the chat.
Fuck JM.
There you go.
Fuck yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's start with Julien. Julien, what are you? Where are we going out of 5 for this one?
So I find it a little bit hard to be fair on this one, because I know the band, and because I know the music, and I really like the guys and everyone around it. So I have to be objective in the way that I would judge music from my work perspective, which is that I love the music, and I would buy everything they bring out and release, but it would be very hard to market for me as a company. I try, but it'd be quite hard. I'm sorry that I still sound like Steve-O, but a horrible B version of him. But yeah, if I could give this like a 3.5 out of 5, I would, but I'm not allowed. So I'll add in my personal taste, and I'll round it up to a 4, because I really like weird shit. So
okay, there we go. A 4 from Julien. Mark, let's jump straight to you. What would an out of 5 be for you for this one?
Yeah, I was gonna give a 4, simply because there is a market for that stuff, albeit like Julien said, it's difficult to find, but there is. And when a band does it well, that's that makes it all much more easier to find their place within that market. And the band's performing really well, and it's not it's not like annoying to listen to or something. Like sometimes I'll put stuff on in the chat, and you like warned us, right? You're like, man, this band's a bit different. When I do that, like I just get everyone yelling at me, like I just set fire to their homes. It didn't feel like that, I wasn't annoyed or anything, and it's different, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not pleasurable to listen to. So I enjoyed it. Just thought it was just a little long.
Yeah,
could have used a little, and the chicken, maybe round it up a little more, like take a little 8K off it in the mix, Just roll it off, and then like it'll probably fit right in there. Just turn it up a little bit.
Just a little bit more in the chicken.
A little more chicken in the mix, man, and I would have been like 5.
We got two fours from the guys. Bailouni, you and your crazy camera. What's
Sorry, bro.
what's your out of 5
yeah.
on this one?
I'm exactly like Julien. I would, if we could have done decimals, I'd have done 3.5. But obviously, since we can't do that, I would give it a 4. Obviously, for the reasons we said earlier. But I kind of think it's like I think a little bit more 8K in the clucks, and I think we would have been good.
A little 8K in the clucks, and we would have been good.
You
Let's
don't know anything about mixing without telling me you don't know anything about mixing. Yeah, just throw some 8K on it, brother.
Pims, thank you so much for the 7 months. You absolute badass. Chat, you guys still have the poll up and running. It seems to be a little divided, so if you haven't voted already, make sure you do. While you do that, we're gonna answer some questions for the judges. Hey, Make, I think it's supposed to say, Mark, why'd you cut the dreads?
Well, the true story, I will actually give you the true story. It's because they got really heavy. And what started to happen was they would pull down, and then like the hair up here wasn't like connecting. So I started getting this like curly haired dread mullet thing growing, and it looked really, really Afro dread mullet-ish stupid. So I was like, brother, it's time to go. I had my dreads here. You want them? You want me to pull them out?
Yeah, you have them there?
Yeah. Well, you don't keep your old hair by you?
I don't get rid of it. It's just...
You don't keep I just keep my hair all right next to it. I get a haircut and, I just put it in a box. Like, I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Save it for a later date.
Oh.
No, you don't do that?
I don't do that. I think Julien does that with his toenails, though.
Nobody does that, you fucking weirdo. It's because they're my dreads, brother. Here, I'll let you know.
That shit is my rainy day fund.
We're totally full of. You guys thought that I would really.
No wonder Mark likes fucking Judge Dredd.
I had you hook, line, and sinker, brother. But I do. Those are my dreads. I had them. I saved them for no better reason. And they were actually in Jim LaMarca, our bass player's glove compartment for 10 years, is what he told me.
That's disgusting.
10
Why were
years.
they in the glove compartment?
How did he own a car for 10 years? I can't even own them for 10 months before they break.
I believe he moved it from car to car. I choose smoke my dreads. God damn.
You want to smoke your dreads? Yeah.
All right.
We have one for Bailouni. This is for Bailouni. Have you learned to gent yet? This is from Belfagor to Bailouni.
Belfagor. Now I'm still getting there, bro.
I like that I cut to Bailouni's camera and it's off.
Yeah, sorry.
From Rami Lab Metal, for all the judges, what is their overall favorite track among all the 2022 releases so far? That's a heavy one, Rami. These people listen to music nonstop. But let's start with Julien. Do you have something that stands out so far?
The Halo effect.
Yes. Good call. Bailouni?
Ooh, 2022. I think let Mark go while I just recall everything I've heard in 2022.
Like that. I'm trying to pull up what we've been listening to on the stream that's newish. Enterprise Earth comes to mind. I like the new Meshuggah songs, like the new Animals as Leaders songs. That's probably first things that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I might say that maybe Wage War's High Horse. That's probably one of the best ones. I don't know if it's 2022 though.
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
New Malevolence song is cool.
Yeah. Very cool. And I'll go with our
What
was that one?
Vidal Harda band.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Village Harda. Oh my god.
Yeah, I say it exactly the same way.
We try to spell it, brother.
But
XW7 Y.
I'll add Mike Mallion's band Monuments to that list as well. They dropped some bangers, and they're also releasing a couple of more singles coming up. Let's end that poll. See where you guys sat. Yo, you guys can't end on a tie. Someone vote. Let us know what you got. Ending the poll right now. Vote, 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 vote. And a 3 from the chat. A
was
3
close.
from the chat.
It was almost a 5. Could have been a 4. Almost. If it would have
Yeah,
tied.
it was very divided in the chat, but
Could have been a 3.5 too.
so rounding up that total score 15, right? Is it 15? you guys?
Vegans. I'll tell you what, I'm not no vegan, brother.
Surprise. 15. Total is 15. Yes,
Anyone
thank you,
that talks
Arduck, for
about
confirming
donkey
it.
semen is never going to be a vegan.
Who?
Anyone that talks about fucking donkey, mule, fucking semen is definitely not a fucking vegan. That's for sure.
Why not?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, who's talking about that?
You earlier.
No.
That's
Good.
I can't recall any of that.
Yeah, Bailouni, you must be thinking of another stream you were on.
What are you talking about?
I'm fucking flying through different streams as my fucking camera cuts. I'm fucking going through the fucking multiverse of fucking Twitch.
Did you download? You have to download the Twitch. All right, thank you. That was Mansfeld, you guys. Exclamation point bands in the chat if you want to check out more of these guys. Rami, hopefully that answers your question. We have one more question before we move on to our next band. Julien, did you buy the Forester yet?
No, I'm assuming this is Bragner.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no Bragner. I haven't bought the lesbian car yet. I may not even do it, but Bragner had a fun fact about it. So
Okay, this is
You should
great.
get a bicycle,
I learned
Julian.
that too. If you're meaning that Subarus are lesbian cars, I recently learned that as well. I didn't know it was such a popular car amongst the lesbian community, but now I feel so much more empowered to know this.
Bragner told us on stream that Subaru specifically marketed that car to lesbians.
Nice.
So there you go.
I have nowhere to go from there, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you were so good at segues.
Speaking of, never mind. Our next band is from Dubai. Is a fairly new band as well. These guys are called Callous Minds, and we have their track titled Insomnia coming up. I just wanted to say the photo immediately reminds me of how hard it is when you're starting out to have any form of good promo photo. And most of the time you go to a construction site, to a empty street, to a warehouse and take a photo. I want to ask all of you guys, what's the worst photo shoot you've had being in a band? Like, what's something that you look back on and you're like, thank God we don't have more of these. Mark is nodding. Do you have one?
Oh, good God. The Impossibility of Reason shoot we did was outdoors in the middle of Ohio winter. And we chose to do it in the middle of the night. Fucking brutal, man. Like, I just standing outside and you're trying to look all tough and not have a red face and and just everyone's like, fuck that, man. Standing outside for hours. No, thank you.
Bailouni, is there any for coat of arms that come to mind?
Maybe when we have a few more, we can actually get everyone in the same fucking place. I might be able to tell you.
Julien, when headphones at funerals were active.
Oh God, I'm not showing you that picture. It's not happening.
I built this whole thing so we could see that photo.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It was horrible though. It's not happening.
All right. Can you tell us? Can you paint us a picture, Julien?
The picture is that it was horrible. The band name was horrible. We were fucking 14. And
All right. Well, I had a band that was called Who Will Guard the Guardians. So, in terms of horrible band names and band photos, I've had them all. But let's check out Callous Minds, brand new guys. What did you say the song was? Insomnia. You guys ready for this?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ready.
changed if I fell and what changed if I cried and left you alive? Watch me from the edge. Watch me from the edge.
Yeah, the structure.
There we go, guys. That was Callous Minds with Insomnia. Immediate thoughts and reactions. Let's kick it off with Bailouni this time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there were a bunch of parts. Me and Julien were just saying in between. There was a bunch of parts that I think in solo, like in isolation, were really really cool parts. I kind of felt there was it kind of lacked structure. Because I kind of get from the whole thing that it's like one sort of like journey from start to end, going through different there's like a bunch of different genres there, like, or subgenres, which I enjoyed and I liked, but I kind of felt like it wasn't grounded by any sort of like, I don't know, maybe like an instrument, a theme, a repeating motif of something that just made me realize where I was in the song. But the musicianship is there. The riffs were really cool. I really like the contrast of like different eras in terms of like the riffs and the sounds. Yeah, I think really just the big one for me was maybe just lack of structure and sort of like giving me an idea, like to bookmark me whereabouts in the song I am.
Very cool. Let's jump to Mark. Immediate thoughts and reactions, sir.
Yeah, sure. I thought, the band has a lot of potential. They're like Bailouni said, there's a good amount of. I almost call you Baloney. Hey, I'm sure you never heard that one. I never heard that.
Baloney said he likes the structure.
Yeah.
That Baloney guy, man.
When Mark calls you a type of processed meat, you know you're doing something right.
Wait until it tells you donkey.
But I agree. Like the structure could use a bit of work, and a little tad on the lengthy side. My biggest constructive criticism, and this was something I was certainly guilty of in the beginning, but we call it wearing your influences on your sleeve, and that what I mean by that is it's very easy to tell where you're coming from. So, for example, right when the song begins, I'm thinking, oh, this sounds like Metallica Reload era. And I'm not sure if you guys are influenced by that, but it sounds very reminiscent of that. And not that this is a bad thing, but if you guys are coming from that school, you might want to tweak it a little bit, if that makes sense, to not be so like, yeah, ooh, when I was like listening to it. But that said, I love that era and I love those kind of riffs. And maybe just a little bit of tweaking will help you pull that out. That way you can hide your influences better. Because, man, I steal riffs like nobody's business. And I'll tell the musicians who I'm stealing them from to their face. But I try to hide it enough so they're like, oh, yeah, that sounds like fucking Chimera, brother. Yeah. But that's kind of what I'm going for. You know what I mean?
And it goes for full circle. I've told Mark how many times I've borrowed riffs and vocal ideas, including and not limited to the Twitch channel, and even the A to Z streaming. I've just lifted it off Mark's channel completely.
You just steal it. Good artist copy, great artist steal.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was waiting to say it.
I stole that too.
There you go. They say actually Callous Minds TTV are in the chat. Fixer was a main inspo for the song actually, so that's a fair point.
I hear it, and that's cool. And like, there's totally ways to like be influenced by something and structure it. So I'll give you an example if you want to do your own homework on something that I was influenced by that I was like genuinely trying to steal the ideas, but I made it my own. If you put on like the first song from Downward Spiral on 9 Inch Nails, and then you put on the song Clockwork by our band, structurally, they're exactly timed out to be the same. There's a lot of the same dynamics going on, like in the same moments happening. I was straight up stealing that, but you're not hearing the same two songs. Like when you listen to them, back to back, they're totally different. So if we listen to Fixer and your song, we're hearing too much similarity. So you can borrow from it, but try to do a little more to it to make it your own.
There you go. Absolutely. Julien, your thoughts and reactions on this?
I don't have a lot of things extra to add apart from what Bailouni and Charmin Mark over there said. It was kind of the same for me, and we spoke about it during the song, where it's a lot of things from different angles, all of which are great isolated, but missing that little link that combines them all. It's just a structural thing because the musicianship is there. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of extra things to add.
All right, let's. There seems to be a common denominator with the judges. Let's see what you guys think in the chat. The poll will go up right now. Vote on Callous Minds Insomnia. They're going up against Mansfeld, song that I can't pronounce.
Ich mortest Antilope kaufen.
That's the song that I can't pronounce.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. Well, first time I went to Germany. So let's reverse it. When people from other parts of the world come to America and they're learning English, they will, accidentally use incorrect words. And it's cute, like, I'm looking for a street to buy chicken, so and that's not what you really want.
Chicken's still on mind over there.
Yeah, but you're trying to get it out of them. So I wanted to go to Germany and say the wrong word. So we're at a bar, but I'm acting like I want to buy them a beer. But I genuinely asked for the word antelope. So I would, I want to buy you an antelope, man. Like I sit there next to somebody at the bar. So I would go to Germany with the PR people from Roadrunner. They would teach me to say all these stupid things. And I would go up next to some random stranger in Germany and be like, ich muss erst Antelope kaufen. This is what I get back. That's funny. Nobody laughs. Here, I'm giggling to myself. What are we talking about?
That's so good.
We're talking about buying antelopes for Germans.
I'm loving the fact that the word antelope is unchanged in German, which makes it even more obvious that you're fucking with him.
Julien, let's get your score out of 5 real quick. Callous Minds, Insomnia. Where do they sit on your scale?
Thank you for saying which band it was.
Are you being a dick to me? I just didn't catch on to that.
Yes. I think that, like I said before, all the parts isolated are very well done, and I fully agree with what Mark said because, it's true. I'm good. It's a bit hard for me to. That's what she said, but to judge it in a way that's fair because I do feel like it was missing the structure that combined it all. It felt like a couple separate songs for me, but because everything is still there, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's all there. It just needs to be combined in a different way.
Yeah. All right, a 3 from Julien. Mark, let's go over to you.
That's tough for me, man. This is really where this decimal point, man. You see, I wish you were a fair host, but here we are.
I'll figure it out for season 2.
Season 2 coming live. I'm gonna give it a 4. Just because I like where they're coming from. I didn't think like it was, this isn't like a score for it was better or worse than the previous songs or anything like that. I'm just going to base it on, I like where they're coming from. I think there's potential and, they just need to work it out with the structures and a little less influence there and try a little more callous, man. I need a little more Callous Minds and a little less James, brother. But that's
finding their voice. You guys, it's all about finding your voice in those songs. Bailouni, on your scale.
Yeah, this is also a tough one. I think just hearing the guys give their scores, I think my score is going to be based on because obviously we're it's a head-to-head between two bands, and I'm going to base my score just on which one I would repeat for whatever reason, whether it's for either comedic purposes because I maybe don't understand German, so I could show this Mansfeld to a band, or am I going to show like this epic journey to somebody else in the car with Callous Minds? And I think in this case I probably give it a 3 just because I think the lack of structure is the lack of structure is maybe a bigger problem for me than the fact that I get to hear a sound I've never heard in a song before, which I find like the originality of one kind of beats the lack of structure for the other for me. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3 from Bailouni. That says that's a 10. That's a 10, you guys. A 10 from the 3 judges, and the poll is still up for the chat. So if you haven't already, vote right now. It'll tally up the scores, and we'll figure out where Callous Minds are. But we have a question from Megadeth Bunny. Do you secretly love looking, and why?
God, no.
Mark, is this for you?
What? No.
Do you secretly love looking, and why?
It's that Big Dipper song.
Oh.
No, we don't secretly love looking, Megadeth Bunny.
Okay, so that was for Julien. That was for Julien. Okay. All right, we let's tally up the scores, you guys. If you haven't voted already, vote right now. I think the chat has spoken, and it is a 3 tallying the scores up to 13. So congratulations to Mansfeld for the win. You guys move on to the next round.
Bang, bang, bang.
Congratulations, you guys. Something very very fucking cool awaits. There's one more round that's going to be first time bands, and then the next is going to be like bracket 2. Mansfeld hype, what's going on? The unmuted hoodie, I knew it. Yeah, it was rigged. He is wearing an unmuted hoodie, you guys. Look at that. He's got it on. But I had no say in this. I had no say in the I'll pay the judges later, right, guys?
Oh, of course.
Thank you to everybody that was
You
here.
guys are getting paid?
No one
thought it was paid.
Not even us.
I thought he said he was going to get us laid.
Listen, man, I just heard tentacles and I was here.
Okay.
But Mark's been listening to that chicken song too long.
I appreciate everyone being here. There's one more question for Julien. When I immigrated from Albania, when you immigrated from Albania, did you find it hard to adapt to Dutch cuisine?
Dutch cuisine.
Damn it, Bragner. I know this is Bragner. Yeah, this from the guy that directed and filmed Two Guys, One Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, Bragner.
I know that guy. Yeah, Rizero is asking you, Julien, why have you requested your name to be written as Julien 5? Do you think you are Andre 3000? To be cool, to rock.
All right, thank you, Rice.
What the fuck is Dutch cuisine?
It's
It's
you
an
know,
old wooden ship.
it's a lot of mule semen and then served in a wooden shoe.
God. Oh my god.
Served in a what? Did you say a wooden shoe?
In a wooden shoe, but lukewarm. I don't know who Luke is, but he is warm.
Luke is warm. All right, you guys. Let's. I'm gonna look for someone that we can take this energy to, where you can go harass them for a little while. Thank you for the clapperoonies. I genuinely appreciate each and every single one of you that was here. The fucking hype train, all the subs, everybody that followed. Exclamation point judges in the chat. You'll get these guys' links and go follow them. You think they're fun here? This is them being depressed. They don't want to be. You should see them on their own channels. They're amazing. Congrats on the correct maths tonight. Couldn't have done it without you, Arduck. Let's raid Chainbrain. No.
No.
Let's raid Laser Dong.
Let's raid Chainbrain. Let's raid Bloodstock's online. Do you guys want to head over to Bloodstock Festival? Yell some inappropriate shit over there. I has a bucket is online. He's got 2 viewers. Do you guys want to go ruin I has a bucket's day?
No, let's go to the hot tub streamer. Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
Is there a hot tub streamer online? Do you guys want to go to a hot tub streamer?
What is the pH level?
Bloodstock is gaming. Okay, let's. I think everybody's doing the thing. Let's go to I has a bucket. I think this guy plays guitar. I haven't seen him in a while. He's got 2 viewers online now, so we're gonna go and yell. What, Mark, give us something to yell to I has a bucket.
How many followers?
He's got
Not followers. People are watching.
2. He's got 2 people watching.
I don't know, man. Fuck. Well, he's got 2. See, there's 2 people in here. Did you know sharks have 2 dicks?
There we go.
He brought it back.
That's what we're going with. That's what we're going with. Did you know that sharks have 2 dicks?
There you go. I'm sure they'll be very like Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Shout out to everyone. Thank you guys so much. Genuinely. Congratulations to the winning bands. I'll DM you for the next bracket. Judges, do you have any parting words for the chat?
Smoke weed every day.
Brilliant. And with
can't
that,
top that.
we leave you. Thank you guys so much. Judges, it has become tradition now to try and all say hit the outro at the same time. So whenever you're ready, go for it.
Hit the outro at the same
outro.
time.
The outro.